So friends, let's see this delicious Amboli recipe. Now first I'm going to coarsely crush 15 cloves of garlic in my mortar and pestle. So we have garlic like this, so do not get it in the mixer. Grams of Amboli because I'm going to be making 12 Ambolis and this is easily available in any general store. I will leave the recipe of how you can make it at home if you can't get your hands on this flour. Now I'm going to add the crushed garlic to this Amboli peat or Amboli flour. Next, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of haldi or turmeric powder and 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. So this is the regular chili powder. Next, I'm going to add some salt to taste. Now I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of fresh coriander leaves or kothimbir. And now I'm going to mix everything really nicely and I'm going to keep adding a little water at a time. So basically this batter should be like a dosa batter. It shouldn't be too runny, it shouldn't be too thick. So here for about 250 grams of Amboli flour or peat, I used about just 1 liter of water short of say 2 to 3 tablespoons like you will see. So this is a 1 liter bottle of water, but I used almost all the water, leaving around 2 tablespoons. So mix everything really well till you have a lump-free batter. You want a very smooth batter like a dosa batter. Now this amboli can be eaten for breakfast. You can take it for your tiffin. You can give it to your kids for their school tiffin. It's really a very healthy option and it's really delicious. So mix everything. So like I said, for 250 grams of flour, I used almost a liter of water. And pour a little at a time. Don't pour the entire water at one time. Pour a little at a time till you get the perfect consistency. And once you have that, I'm just taking a whisk so that I get a very smooth batter. So like I'll show you in the bottle how much water is left. So you'll get some kind of an idea. See, that's just this much water left. Otherwise, I used almost the entire liter of water. So now you're going to whisk everything really well and then you're going to cover and keep this for 10 to 12 hours. So I like to normally do it, in the night so that in the morning I have this ready for breakfast or to give it to, for tiffin to my family. Now this is just what I like to keep in my masala box, which is generally kept in a masala box. So I have here my turmeric powder, my red chili powder, some asafoetida or hing. This is some mustard seeds or mohri or rye, some methi seeds, some cumin or jeera, and this is goda masala, which is homemade. I leave a recipe of how I make my goda masala. So these are things that I generally use. Okay, now this is after 12 hours. You can see that the batter has come nice and a little bit fluffier. And here I have a heavy bottomed iron pan that I generally use to make my dosas, and I've really heated it up for at least 5 to 10 minutes. And then just like a dosa batter, I'm going to pour about 4 tablespoons of the batter, and then I'm just going to spread it out with my spoon very lightly, just like a dosa or a ghavan, which is nothing but an Indian pancake, which is so delicious and so healthy too. Now I'm just going to drizzle a few drops of ghee. Now I like to use ghee, but you can also go with oil. And now we're just going to cover this and let it cook for about a minute or so on a low to medium flame. Now after a minute, you will see that the edges have started to brown a bit. If you look carefully, the edges have all browned up a little. So now with your ulatna or your spatula, just gently loosen the edges or the sides and then slowly work from the sides to the middle. Now one tip I like to give you is that your pan has to be really hot and try to use a nice heavy bottomed pan. So I keep this pan only for my ghavan, dosas, pancakes and ambuis. And now just flip it over and you'll get this beautiful golden brown color, and the edges get so nice and crispy. And then again, I'm going to drizzle a little bit of oil, ghee again. That's completely optional. And then I'm just going to let the other side also brown a bit. So you can see how beautiful and nice and brown and golden brown. I I have given a little closer shot of the amboli, so you can see that. So I'll just transfer this to a serving plate. For those of you who have not tried this, I suggest that you do. You get this amboli flour, in almost every general store. If you're in an area like Dadar, then you'll definitely get it on, anywhere, because it's really very, very common. So this is the second one that I'm making. So altogether I made 12 with 250 grams of flour. And see, after the pan starts getting heated up, the amboris also get ready really fast. This has a totally different taste for those of you who have not tasted this. So now I've taken a closer shot and you can see how crispy and delicious this is. And you can serve this with a ketchup. I generally serve it with some ketchup or some homemade chutney. The choice is yours. So I hope you give this recipe a try and let me know, for especially those who are trying it out for the first time, what your feedback on this is.